The Democrats started the American Civil War on this date by attacking the United States at Fort Sumter. They're doing their damnedest to start a second American Civil War right now, folks. Just look at what continues to happen all over the country. More riots starting in major cities thanks to Black Lives Matter, because they've decided that every incident involving the police and a black person resulting in injury or death is automatically police brutality and connected to white supremacy, even when the incident clearly shows criminal and dangerous activity by the black person that led to the interaction causing their death or injury, and even when the officers are black. On the eve of the first George Floyd trial ending, probably in an acquittal, they have begun their summer of, quote, peaceful protests, unquote, early by burning and looting Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, and initiating potential national riots across the country over the latest questionable fatality. Of course, the Democrats are supporting the violence once again by adding to the violent rhetoric against law enforcement and white people. But the so-called mainstream media, in the concerted effort to support the Democrats in their false narrative of insurrection on January 6th, to demonize Americans who supported former President Donald Trump, has jumped all the way into this dangerous fray. You don't believe me? Check out the Washington Post article that supposedly analyzes the rise of extremism, where they say attacks on BLM members are extremism, but stay silent to the billions of dollars in damage, hundreds of injuries, and multiple deaths caused by the mostly peaceful protests of the last 8 months. This is not a time for us to just say, oh, well, it's the fake news media and the Democrats, my friends. Our country has put itself into this position and is in the process of demonizing more than half the population. Now is the time to step up and call this craziness out for what it is, an attempt to weaken the original foundations of our country and marginalize their political opponents. Think about it. How many citizens will be cowed into not defending themselves, their families, and their property because they don't want to be arrested by the FBI due to this all-out attack on freedom? I say this to you, my fellow Americans, have always had the right to defend themselves and their communities. When the police are defunded and the National Guard is controlled by leftists who won't provide security for you, there is no other way than to organize your communities for self-defense. This is important, not for offensive operations, but defense. Remember Lexington and Concord? Those Americans didn't go looking for a fight. It was British government forces who came after their communities. Fort Sumter was an offensive action by the Democrats and resulted in a massive defense being mounted by the United States, resulting in the Democrats' defeat. Buy more guns and ammo. Train. Organize your neighborhoods. Never give up your defense capability to the Democrats when they come for your guns, and be ready. None of us Constitution-loving Americans wants a civil war. But if they come for us with intent to war on us, we must be ready to give it to them.